Welcome everybody, it's Tellum, and in this video we are going to be talking about Infinite Warfare, more specifically its multiplayer specialist system. And this is actually kind of different from Black Ops 3, and they're actually called combat rigs, and from what I've seen from them so far, they seem really cool. So I can't wait to actually play this game to actually see how they actually play. So let me explain how the combat rigs actually work. So you're going to have to choose from 6 different combat rigs, and within each of these 6 combat rigs you're going to have 3 unique payloads and 3 unique traits. And of course we'll be talking about what every single one of them do later in this video. Of course we'll get to that very soon, but you're going to be choosing one payload, and the payload is kind of like the abilities and weapon system from Black Ops 3, except you'll have 3 to choose from. So it can be like 2 abilities and 1 weapon, or 2 weapons and 1 ability within those 3 that you can choose from for each character, varies per character. And then the trait is actually really cool because this is really new, and if I had to compare these traits to anything else, I'd probably compare them to perks, because that's the closest thing I can think of that I can actually compare them to. Of course, like I said, we're actually going to talk about what each and every single one of these traits do in just a second. So let's actually get into what they actually do. So the first one we have is Warfighter, an assault class battle rig outfitted for operating in various situations. Payload, Claw, rapid fire spread shot firearm with ricochet ballistic bullets, aim down sights for more focused damage. So pretty nice. Then we have Overdrive, gains a temporary speed surge. Combat focus, gain double streaks points for a limited time. Traits, these are his traits of it, and now you'll actually see why I think they're more similar to actual perks compared to like maybe an ability or a weapon. Ping, kills and assists activate a sonar ping on the enemy's location, revealing nearby hostiles to teammates. Persistence, disable the reset of score streaks on death. While making the score streaks cost increasingly more points, you can only earn each of your score streaks once per match. Now I actually want to kind of explain this one because it's kind of confusing, and it's pretty much when you die, your score streak points don't reset, so it doesn't drop back all the way to 0, but instead the points to get those are actually increased. I'm not too sure how much it's going to increase by, but one really big negative for me for this persistence is that you can only earn 1 of your score streaks per match. So each of your score streaks, you can only earn them once per match. So that's kind of dumb, and I really don't like that. Next we actually have Resupply. Resupply lethals and tacticals by picking up ammo after successfully killing with a non-explosive ballistic or energy weapons. So pretty cool. Anyways, now we're going to move on to the next specialist, and his name is Merc. Merc class battle rig focused on heavy defense and suppressive fire. Payload, Steel Dragon, heavy beam based weapon with multi-target tracking. Bull Charge, charge forward leveling all enemies in your path. Now this is actually kind of weird because we don't know what all the payloads are. Normally you have 3 payloads, but they're actually keeping one hidden for the rest of the combat rigs, including this one right here. I'll read you guys off its name because we actually do have that, and what it's actually called for this specialist, or excuse me, combat rig, is reactive armor. I'm not too sure what that could do. Go ahead and tell me what you guys can think that would do down in the description, but let's actually move on to his traits. Shockwave, press circle while in air to perform a devastating ground slam. Infusion, regenerate health faster. Man at arms, start with maximum ammo capacity and weapon no longer slow default movement. The next specialist is Synaptic. I don't know if I'm saying that right, I'm probably wrong or not, but anyways. C6 class remote operated droid, optimized for speed and close quarters combat. Payload, Equalizer, dual engage machine gun with built-in suppressors for close quarters combat. Reaper, switch to rapid melee combat mode. Rewind, of course we don't know what this one does, we just have its name, so we know that one's called Rewind. Trait, Rush Down, execute quick movements in any directions by pressing the L3 button. Propulsion, improved thrusters allow energy to recover faster and also damage enemy players below. Combat Burst, after each kill gain a brief boost of movement speed. Next specialist is FTL, combat rig. Prototype FTL class rig. Utilizes bleeding edge technology to ensure combat advantage. Payload, Eraser, experimental energy based handgun that blasts a victim into a cloud of mist. FTL jump, a localized FTL burst that moves you a short distance forward. Phase shift, of course we don't know what this does, we just have a name. Next we'll actually go to his traits. Perception, your HUD pulses yellow when enemies out of your view you are targeting you. Power Slide, gain increased sliding distance and ability to ADS while using less boost meter. Supercharged, kill drops payload cooldown packs for your team. Striker, I'm not quite sure if I'm saying that right, but anyway, Striker class battle rig, equipped it with gear for enemy suppression and squad support. Payload, gravity vortex gun, prototype launcher that fires slow moving projectiles which distort gravity, pulling and damaging enemies. Micro turret, compact multi-surface deployable turret. Centurion, of course we don't know what that does. Trait, trophy drone, a portable trophy system that will destroy one incoming lethal grenade, then recharge. Relay, placed equipment will alert players of nearby enemies on the map. Drone equipment will paint enemy targets upon detonation. Harden, placed equipment and drones will have increased protection from damage and will persist through death, which gives you one extra piece of equipment that you can activate. Deployable cover is not covered by this trait. And our last combat rig, Phantom class battle rig, specialized in concealment and long range engagement. Payload, ballistic EM3, highly accurate electromagnetic projectile launcher with increased penetrating capability. Active camo, renders you almost invisible. And of course we don't know what this one does. Pulsar, could just talk about whatever you guys think it might be down in the comments, but then as far as traits, rear guard, equips a back shield that provides protection against attacks from behind, while shielded melee attacks from anywhere but the front are negated. Mark target, damaging enemies will mark them for death, preventing them to regen for 5 seconds. Highlighted senses, fast moving enemies will appear on your minimap. And that's about it for the ones that we all have. Hopefully I didn't make a mistake anywhere inside this video. If I did, go ahead and tell me down in the comments. But if you guys did enjoy this video and you guys want to see more Infinite Warfare multiplayer information, features, anything like that, maybe even gameplay, I can't actually get gameplay, actually I'm not at COD XP, but we can talk about other things. Maybe I'll get some gameplay some other way. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy, go ahead and thumbs up. But I'm gonna go, and I will catch you guys on my next video.